the most important thing that's happened in the last couple days is we got a new CMV. We got a new CMV in the world. Which I'm sure you guys have seen because I pinged absolutely everywhere about it, but there's a new CMV. So what we're gonna do today, chat, for stream, is I'm gonna do my little dissecting that I like to do. We're gonna watch through it, and then I'm gonna dissect some of the shots and some of the behind the scenes stuff because I like talking about it. I think it's fun. And it also, if you haven't heard that there's the CMV, you should go watch it. ! CMV. It'll take you there. We're also gonna watch it on stream in a second. But go watch it, go give it a like, go do a comment, go show it to your friends, say, look at how cool this is. So I had this CMV planned for several months before the cathedral stream. Like before the cathedral stream even happened, like when we were talking about, like, because we knew he was gonna die, right? That's extremely important that you know. We knew he was gonna die, and I was like, this is the song. This is the song, The Cave, that I attached to you dying, and then we planned it to happen in a cave. Because of that song. It happened in a cave because of that song. It's not the other way around. It's not like, oh, I picked the song because it's called The Cave and it was in a cave. No, it was the other way. This CMV I've been brain rotting about for so long, and I never made it. I was like, oh, I want to do it before he dies. Like, I want to get it out like on the day that he dies. But no, I was like, this is more fun actually if I wait. And then I waited for a really long time. I waited like 1.5 years. But it's out now and it's done. Said it's gonna be posted in February 2024. Yeah, I sure did say that, didn't I? But because I waited until Fable was fully over and then some, I got to include all the things. I got to include little bits of Violet, which you guys will see. But yeah, chat, that's our plan for today. We're gonna go through the CMV. I'm gonna talk about some of the behind the scenes stuff. So yeah, chat. The Cave! So, if you have not seen this, you can either do !YouTube, and that will link you to my YouTube, or !CMV, and it will link you right to this video. !CMV always links you to the latest CMV that I have done. But chat, in addition, if you haven't checked out the best of 2024, that is also up. It's like 1 hour and 15 minutes, and I'm very, very proud of this. Got a bunch of TikToks, got a bunch of silly clips, but what we're doing today is a little bit of caving. Okay, so first things first, chat. Let's do a watch through, and then I'll go kind of shot by shot and tell you about what's going on. All right, so let's do a watch through for anyone who hasn't seen it. Yeah. Okay, are we ready, chat? Are we ready? Ooh. Okay.
It's empty in the valley of your heart. The sun, it rises slowly as you walk away from all the fears and all the faults you've left behind. The harvest left no food for you to eat. You cannibal, you meat eater, you see. But I have seen the same, I know the shame in your defeat. But I will hold on hope, and I won't let you choke on the noose around your neck. And I'll find strength in pain, and I will change my ways. I'll know my name as it's cold again. To fill my time, you take what is yours and I'll take mine. Now let me at the truth which will refresh my broken mind. So tie me to a post and block my ears. I can see where those orphans through my tears, and know my So come out of your cave, walking on your hands, and see the world hanging upside down. You can understand dependence when you know their maker's land. So make your sirens call and sing all you want. I will not hear what you have to say, 'cause I need freedom now, and I need to know how to live my life as it's meant to be.
I'll let the bloops play, chat.
I'm gonna kill you in your soul. Baby,
that's my boyfriend. And he's gonna skibidi.
This is the violet setup, by the way. Light, 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 light. For this.
Ah. It's tasty, chat. There's some really fun stuff in here. So point A, the clip of me saying he's gonna skibidi. I want you to know that in the blooper reel, there's like 20 more seconds of Haley and I like speaking in brain rot, where we're like, baby Gronk rizzed up Livy and the Rizzler and baby Gronk, and he and I was like, I can't keep this in. It split up between a bunch of clips, so it cut off some stuff, and I was like, you know what, he's gonna skibidi. I think puts the energy out there for what we were doing on this on this filming. Okay, chat, so let's talk about the actual CMV. So it's obviously, it goes through character Centros's life, which is what I knew that I wanted. So we kind of get season 1, we get season 2, we get season 3, and then we get kind of post finale, we get Violet stuff. So this actually came about because I found this location. This location where these plants are. I was like, oh my god, that looks like Minecraft wheat field. I was like, that's Minecraft wheat field. I need to bring a farmer man out here because it's Minecraft wheat field. So, I knew where we were gonna do this like the whole time. And I was like, I know we can get a really pretty shot of the tops of the bits that look like wheat. And there's a couple different shots that are filmed in front of this. But I've never filmed at this location before. And I had it picked out for this specifically, but so yeah, he's in a season 1 fit here. And it's kind of a pain because his fit changes just ever so slightly over time. But this is the pre-corruption, right? Because Man was just Farmer Man, so he's just a guy. I will say one thing that I did not do for the CMV. I did not increase his scar count. I think I would have cried. We didn't film this in chronological order. So we were doing shots from season 1, shots from season 3, then we went back to season 1, then to season 2, then back to season 1, then to season 3. And I was like, if I try and keep track and take off and put on the scars, I think I'm gonna cry. So his scars stay the same throughout the whole thing. Apart from when he's in the prison, he gets a little bit bruised up. But this shot's so pretty. There is an eye on the top of the scythe, which I think is fun. So we go to the end prison, right? And I like this sequence. Point A, he's really faint corruption lines. They're there, but they're not as bright or as like out there as we are when we're actually in like corrupted times. He's barely corrupt at this point, so it's kind of lighter. But every single movement that I do here is on beat, and I thought it was really satisfying because this was the take that I ended up using here. If you listen to the beats, it's neat.
You've left behind. The harvest left no food.
Eyes
Eat. You cannibal, you
lighter, off.
But I have seen the same. I know the shame in your defeat.
Yeah, so that's the end prison, right? Because passage of time. And then we get my favorite silly goofy shots. We're gonna put on the armor because 2 days before the finale, Centros decided he was gonna change his skin completely. My goodness. Hello? Hello? Where do you have to go that you need to be that loud, good sir? Did the ear exchanger over time have any meaning? A tiny bit. Okay, so I'll talk about the earrings when we get to the prison shot, because the prison shot is the defining factor of this. But yeah, he's also got the Ender Eye ring, which you can see in a couple shots, which I think is really interesting and fun. You choke on the noose around your neck, and I love pretending that this tree is huge by not showing the edge of it on frame, so you can imagine that the tree goes on for a while. Does it? No, it's a regular tree, but in your mind's eye, that tree's pretty big. A really big tree, one might even say. So I care a lot about the lyrics in this song. The lyrics are really, really good in a couple spots, and kind of wherever he's singing is where I want you to really like consider the words. The whole time make sense, but it's tasty. How dare the world not supply you with supernaturally hard trees? It's true. It's true. We did the shot a lot of times to get it to look perfect, because then there's a transition that happens here.
I'll find strength in pain, and I will change my ways.
That's a sarcastic little, oh yeah guys, I'm gonna change, oh no mama, and then he says it again later. It's genuine, but
My name as it's cold again.
blang! Oh wow, he pressed the button, but he didn't actually press the button. Oh, nobody died. Oh, he's in a pocket dimension. This shot's really funny to me because I didn't give myself any guidance. I was like, and then he goes in the bubble with Endirian. That's what I wrote in the storyboard. Like, I drew him in the room, and then I wrote in the bubble, and then we got to film it, and I was like, this is 15 seconds. What do I do for 15 seconds? So he's like, oh, I'm so happy I'm alive. And then he's like, whoa, my lady. Which is the only way I can describe it. He's like, whoa, I'm alive. Whoa, my lady. I'm sorry. Yeah, and that's Endirian being like, go spy on the Grove. We don't know what happened. I guess it wasn't the Grove at that point. Go spy on the town. Go figure stuff out. So his next arc that I represent here is when he's like working with Ray, because Ray gets memories back, and he already remembers, and they're like, okay, I guess we're gonna work together, we're gonna find the stronghold. And I love this shot!
Have other things to fill my time.
I also like this because this is a book that I've given Hey to use in previous CMVs as like one of Ray's notebooks. And I like that he looks through it and then realizes that he does not understand it. Maybe because he can't read. Maybe that's why. So he just gives up. He's like, screw this book stuff.
Now let me at the truth which will
Ooh. Is this the money shot? It's one of them. I don't know if this is the money shot, but I knew this is what I wanted it to be, and it took a lot of takes to get the eye in the right spot. It took a lot of takes to get the eye in the right spot. But it's so pretty. I think he deserves to. This is actually a okay. You wanna deep dive with me, chat? You wanna deep dive with me? You wanna deep dive like you've never deep dove in before? It's the same prop. Oh my goodness, who's that? Is that Centros to Centros? Yeah, it's the same shot. It's the same prop. This is different points in the timeline. This is season 1, but it's not the first time that he's done that, and I thought that was fun. So that's part of the reason that one's like that. Prison!
Fresh my broken mind. So tie me to a post.
So this sequence went through a couple different thoughts. Originally, when I was planning out the CMV, the so tie me to a post was Castle arc, and it was Ray being locked up as the warden. That was originally what I wrote it to be. Like in the original storyboards, there's 3 versions of the storyboards for the CMV, by the way. In the original version of the storyboards, there's castle time, and tie me to a post is the warden and him getting like hit by Skulk. But then I decided that because that was a while ago, and I thought that I might have had Hey to do this, and instead I was like, oh, I can do Icarus and just do prison time, because get this, I like the prison time. But I ended up just keeping it just him, because I thought that was more fun if it was only him that's in this. It's no other characters are seen. It's focused fully on him, because the original storyboards, there are shots of Icarus here. Now let's take a look at this shot. Now chat, in your mind's eye, where is this shot filmed? I think this shot's filmed in the same places that we filmed the prison every time. Every time we filmed the prison, I've put a sheet over our TV and I've lit it up like the prison, right? At our old house. At our old house. Now chat, how long have we been in this house? 6 months-ish? Okay, so if this was at our old house, then when do we think this was filmed? Right before we moved? Maybe a couple months before we moved? February 2024. This was filmed in February 2024, when I thought I was gonna get it done in February of 2024. It was not done in 2024. So, as you can see, I still use this shot. In this shot, I have different earrings than I used for the rest of the CMV. When I went to this shot and I said, okay, let's figure this out. I then remembered that I'm supposed to have facial hair for any of this. I'm supposed to have facial hair. And I went, oh no! Oh no! So, where did his facial hair come from? The prison. He grew it into prison, went into prison, clean, came out, scruffy, and then kept it. That's the canon now. I don't actually think there was any like confirmed things of him having like facial hair in season 1, but it started kind of creeping in season 2. So I was like, this is actually fine. But I did my diddly darn best, chat, to match this. To match this fit. So he has this ear on. So I was like, okay, let me get an earring that has a chain, because I haven't had an earring with a chain on. Let me try and match where the scars are in this shot. But most importantly, he has totally different contacts in this scene. He just does. Okay, I wondered that. Yeah, I knew some of you would notice. I know most of you wouldn't. So I chose to say, well, it's dark in there. And there's purple in his eyes. I bet if people watch this, they won't know. They won't know. So he has different contacts in this scene. But it works just fine. It works just fine. So here, let's do a little watchy. Let's do a little watchy.
So tie me to a post and block my ears. I can see where those endorphins through my tears. And know my cold despite my faults and despite.
So, this book is, for anyone who hasn't recently rewatched the prison plot, Centros had a book in the prison where he wrote apology letters to everybody, and several of the prison streams were started as him writing in that book, proving to all of us that he cannot read. But he was writing in that book, and then typically Sherbert would come down and be like, "You suck, you little loser." And then maybe they kissed. I don't know, man. But that's what this book is, for anyone who didn't know what this book is. Here I was thinking it's the Quixus book. It is the same prop. And it's slightly on purpose, because I use this book again on purpose. I assumed it was the note Quixus sent. That's a fair interpretation. I think it could easily be interpreted as that too. That's what I imagine it as. But the Quixus book also makes sense, because he did get a book from Quixus when they changed the whole cell to wool. That works too. Both work. That was how I intended it, but that, yeah, either or. Either and or. And now when he's singing, it's to Sherbert. Tasty. It's not to harp on the prison arc more, but I've said this many a times, but I'll say it again now. There are several points during the prison arc where Centros could have left. And he doesn't, and that's the point. There are a few times where either when the cell gets changed to wool, and he could have just gotten out, or probably just overpower Sherbert, probably, and just walk out. He probably could do that, but he doesn't, because two reasons. Number one, He believes that he should be there, and number two, he knows that Sherbert needs to cope through this, and because he thinks he needs to be there, he's willing to go through whatever Sherbert's going to do. And eventually, when Sherbert almost kills him, is when they both realize that they can move on from that. But they're both there in the it's him in the prison, but they both need it there. And it's big, funky little character development. But then he gets let out because he kind of finally gets through to Sherbert after he's like, you know, dying and not dying because he had a totem. And then he gets to go outside, and this is when I could wish I could make it rain. If I could have it raining in this shot, I would want it raining in this shot. Very, very much. I want it raining in this shot, but I cannot control the weather, sadly. That is Ajax's job. And that time when he's singing it about himself. Because he finds strength in pain, and he's gonna change his ways. That's crazy stuff, man. Haley with the hose. And then we get the beautiful shot. This might be the money shot. This might be the money shot. I'm in love. So, funky little thing. Same location as the opening shot. Same location as here, but you can kind of see that the field's gone down. The field's gone down. Time has passed. It's two different spots in this location is what it is, but when he's height of his like pre-everything farmer man, everything is tended to well, and now he has moved on. And he has a life and people that he cares about. He's very cool, and I eat it up. Prettiest shot, though. Ugh! Okay.
So come out of your cave, walking on your hands, and see the world hanging up.
So, this is the book, which you guys understand, because this is the book that he finds with his old armor that tells him he's going to die at the end. And I always knew that this is what this book was, and it's technically the same book that all of the quote-unquote apology letters are written in, because this is the book of his life. This is the book of his life. And it has everything in there, everything that he wrote, everything that he did. So he opens it, he goes to the back of it, and realizes that he's gonna die.
Upside down, you can understand dependence when you know their maker's line.
Yeah, good lyric there. And this is by far this is my favorite shot. These two shots in this transition. Because point A, it's beautiful, and point B, the lyrics are spot on. At this point, he is talking to Fable. And I love the lyrics for this section. And I knew what I wanted the shot to be, and this is my favorite shot.
So make your sirens call and sing all you want. I will not hear what you have to say, 'cause I need freedom now, and I need to know how to live my life as it's meant to be.
So it's very much so. Sing your siren song, sing all you want, is that he is one of the few people who is not trying to be sweet talked by Fable. Like he knows what he is right from the start. And I really like referring to Fable's manipulation as a siren song. I think that's fun. And then I will not hear what you have to say. I'm just gonna go stab you, dude. You're gonna suck it. So this is my cave spot. This is the cave, and I've used it in a couple CMVs. This is a public place. There are people everywhere. It's the middle of a casino, chat, in Vegas. I carried a scythe into a casino, and I was like, hopefully this is fine. But this is the spot that I like for the cave. And no, I didn't want to film the fight scene. You have a beautiful animatic for that. You have a beautiful animation for that. I'm gonna do emotional damage. So instead you guys get this scene, and I want to talk about some of the shots in here. So you get this bit.
I need to know how to live my life as it's meant to be.
So, not every shot in there has a specific moment that I tie it to, but a lot of them do. A lot of them are specific, meant to be specific things. This is the shot that I knew I wanted. So all the edges are blurred because it's a flashback. It's his memories that he's remembering. He's watching his life flash before his eyes. So we get him farming. We get him getting the reaver back. We get him getting the reaver back. Fight! The drinking stream. Of course the drinking stream had to be in here. He just gets to be a little happy. This is my favorite thing, and this shot is so pretty. Even without the blurs, this shot is so pretty. Oh! It was almost the thumbnail, but I couldn't get it to look exactly like I wanted it to. Talking to the ocean. I like this shot also. He gets to just be happy, whether or not something we saw on screen or off screen. I found glowberries! Everyone clap for me! Everybody clap for me! Go, woo, you found glowberries! I was like, if there was a because we were just like walking around filming shots wherever like was kind of cinematically pretty. And we walked past a tree and I was like, oh yeah, I want to go over. Pause. And I was so happy! Now, Chad, I do need to share with you my favorite image, which I forgot to put it in the Instagram post. But I was so happy to have found glowberries. Glowberries is the one that I was like, I don't know if I know a spot for this, but if I can find it, that's something I want in here, because man, this is obsessed with them. Homeboy is obsessed with them. So there's a shot with glowberries. I like to imagine this is with Fenris. This is my stand-in for the breakfast streams. This is too damn pretty. This is Solstice. I knew I wanted one shot of Solstice, and it was the last shot. But this is the Solstice. Which is kind of convenient that it was Christmas time because there were lights everywhere, and I was like, this makes it pretty. So this is specifically Solstice. This is what this is meant to be. Is that the cave? Yeah. Just don't pretend it's not there. Is that where we filmed the cave section? No. Surely not. But this is Solstice. And I think that's fun. And then all of the fighting shots were a pain to film, and I looked like a crazy person. This one in particular, I felt crazy doing. swung the scythe all the way around. Like, I only do it for a second because it's on beat, right? But I was swinging a scythe around and there were like children running and there were so many people where we were trying to film that. But yeah, you get his happies. You get his happies, and then him being, he gets the last fighting shot that you see is him getting knocked onto the wall, because I wasn't about to film him getting his head slammed. I was like, you can fill in the blanks. So pretty. So, I went up to David. Point A, look at those lights. Can everyone say amazing lights, Sherbert? Great job. Those are the lights that I got for Victor. I have a bunch of funky little projector, fancy moving lights now. This was the first time I got to use them, but I originally got them because I was like, I want to use these if I do Victor's like void space. But I think this looks suspiciously like the end with our shaders on. I think this looks suspiciously like the end with our shader pack. So this is Violet. I went up to David and I was like, is there anything specific that you want to have in Violet's fit? So there's a couple changes. He's got slightly different armor. He's got the bracers on. And then a bunch more jewelry. I really particularly like the ear, because right here you just get a ton, and the hand. Yeah, so he's got a skeleton hand. And because you can only see it for half a second, there's a big claw ring on the other hand also. But he gets just a ton of jewelry. The scars are slightly different. They're like a little bit more ethereal looking. I used just a little bit of white on them to make them look different. Like, I like to imagine that when he ascended to godhood, he had the opportunity to get rid of his scars, but chose to keep them. Like when you ascend to godhood, you're now regenerating, you're immortal. His scars could have healed over, but he chose to keep them, and now they have a little bit of funky little, like, god glowing juice on them, because I think that's fun. But he's got a bunch more jewelry. He's got the skeleton hand, which I really like. He's got slightly more armor on, etc., etc. And then this beautiful freaking light in the background. He also gets to directly address the audience with that, which is fun. What's up with his eyes? So technically in the cave shot, he should have one of the scleras in. I don't have the exact scleras that he needs. His like by technicality are black with purple irises, but those contacts don't exist yet. Maybe one day, but they don't exist. So I gave him my regular scleras because that was about the closest I could get. But he got spooky god eyes. He got spooky god eyes. Technically in the cave shot, he should have one sclera in. But when we were on location, I didn't want to try and put a sclera in a hotel bathroom. That wasn't gonna vibe well. So yeah. You also can't really see it, but he has purple contour in particular there. I changed the makeup a little bit. He's got a little bit of purple left because he's a little god. Sandros Nation, how we feeling? Icarus, icky, or icky not? Shout out to Haley. Who filmed everything. There were a couple shots where she, I may have hit her with the reaver several times during the fighting sequence shots. So shout out to her. Also, when we did this very pretty, this shot, she is fully laying on the ground because we're on, the stairs. We're on the stairs, and she is fully laid down the stairs with the camera. fully committing to the bit, because she was like, oh, we need this shot, this is so pretty, we need this shot. So shout out to her for all of her amazing camera work. Haley's gotten really, really good at filming from all of the CMVs she's done with me, so big Haley appreciation. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's me, guys. Yeah. Cave by Mumford and Sons. Yeah, chat. And I posted this a couple days ago on the anniversary of the Cathedral stream, because I knew I wanted to do something for that, and I thought this was a pretty good thing. I'll let the bloopers play through again, and I'll see if there's anything I wanted to talk about. Yeah, that's what it's like a little archway that we're filming the cave in, and if you go just a little bit further, it's like just hotel. Shout out to this location, not this. Not this. This location, which has been represented as it's definitely on Fable. That structure is built somewhere in the Fable SMP world, if I have anything to say about it. It was the Aether sometimes. It was the Gilded Kingdom sometimes. It was Spawn sometimes. It's been a lot of things, and it's covered a lot of cars for me. It's covered a lot of cars that pass by on the street, so... Yeah, shout out to my room, which I specifically painted because I wanted to be able to have a black background and a white background for CMVs. Yeah, so my Reaver actually chipped in this shot when I hit the tree. A side of it, the paint totally came off because I hit the tree so hard. You don't see the full take of like how fast I swing it, but oh my goodness. He also doesn't get the end danglies until season 2, which is a fun thing about the jewelry that changes. He doesn't get the end danglies until season 2.
Baby
That's my boyfriend.
And he's gonna skivity.
Yeah, this is what the top of it looked like. It's all kind of Christmassy. So there's a bunch of animatronics at the top of the cave set, chat, and they move. There's a whole bear. We didn't film the bear.
And he's gonna skivity.
I want to see if you see it in this shot at all. The bear's like over to the right side, and all we have to do is just cut it off at the right spot. But it's all holiday seasoned, so you get Christmas eagle and Christmas cougar. Shout out to Santa Kruger.
This is the violet setup.
Yeah, those are my new lights.
Light.
There were so many lights.
For this.
Wow, chat, wow. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. This was a fun one. This is not the last Fable CMV. I do plan to do one more. For the anniversary of the finale. And then there will still be a couple like CMVs with like Icarus and Quixus and Midas, because that stuff's still going on. I actually have an idea for a Q56 CMV that I want to do. But this is not by far the last CMV for Fable, at least from me. Because I'm a nerd and I like my Blorbos. But yeah, I'm planning to do one for the finale, and I still have a couple of the goofy CMVs. I need to do the Hell of a Ride cover, which I want to do as Midas, which is funny. But I plan to do at least one or two more of Fable CMVs, and I already have a Q56 CMV in my mind's eye. The next CMV that's going to come out is going to be a Life Series CMV. Which will be very fun. That's the next one in the works, is a Life Series guy. Which I've been cooking on for a while. It's not Curses. It's not Curses. We're actually going to storyboard it on stream, I think. And it's kind of ambitious. But Sure, but does Icarixis have nightmares of the cathedral and Shentraus dying? Icarixis doesn't sleep. Just because Fable's over doesn't mean we're gonna stop talking about it. Yeah, it's me. I'm never gonna stop talking about it. That's my guy, bro. That's my freaking guy. That's my freaking guy, man. Daymares, flashbacks. I mean, Icarus canonically hallucinates, as Sage beautifully wrote in the Cathedral fic. Shout out to the couple of Cathedral fics that came out. You guys kind of slayed those. I have read them all. But yeah, Icarus canonically hallucinates, so I wouldn't put it past them in the world port, but they also know that nothing's there, so it's kind of up in the air. Womp womp. Womp womp. But yeah, chat. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you haven't watched it yourself, go watch it again. Go do whatever with it. Go give a little comment. What's your favorite part? Go give a little like. I big appreciate when you guys do that. But yeah, that was a big project. I don't think I have any more behind the scenes. Do I have any more behind the scenes pictures that I could give you guys? Do I have those? I don't think I do. No, yeah, this was a very, very fun one to put together, chat.